I am streaming live. I'm also on Periscope and YouTube. The Periscope address for anybody that's interested is pscp.tv/Dallas Trading Floor. I'm going to be putting up some charts today, and just wanted to give a shout out there for my people on TikTok. If you want to see the charts that I'm going to try to talk about today, you're going to probably need to go over to you're probably going to need to go over to the Periscope address. The Periscope is pscp.tv Dallas Trading Floor. Anyways, great. Thanks for tuning in, and the questions are already coming in. Wow. I just wanted to give you a kind of a heads up on what's happening in the market. It's a really interesting market right now. The direction is definitely up, and it's really kind of an interesting thing because the NASDAQ is up strongly. There was very encouraging news from the Federal Reserve that they're going to go in and they're going to actually they're going to actually support the they're going to support the markets, and it's very interesting. I canceled a short on the spider today. I went in very quickly and I made a quick trade on Tesla. I did quite well on that. But other than that, I am all cash right now. So it's a very interesting market, very hard to gauge. A lot of interventions coming in. And of course, tomorrow we're going to be closed. It's going to be Good Friday, and the markets will be closed. So this is the last trading day in the week. It has been a absolutely weird week in all respects. I mean, we're moving essentially now to a situation where, where it's just basically a situation where the Fed is just taking B-52s of cash and just throwing them out the window. They're actually going to support the high yield bond fund. That's something that is fascinating here, and it gapped up actually today. So really interesting. What is the what if the SPY climbs to 300 to 310 before it retreats? I tell you, I have been in normal circumstances, we would have seen a retreat on the SPY basically, but with all this Fed intervention, I'm out of it. I mean, I can't short it properly because I can't, and I think that's really the point. They don't want people like me going in there. The Fed doesn't want people like me going in there and shorting and making money. So, and I understand that because that's a lot of people's retirement, but it's just an amazing thing. Right now it's very political, and I just, I can't find it. I moved very quickly when I heard that news this morning to just jumping in and jumping out in Tesla, and Tesla came through again for me. I made about $620 in the space of about 10 minutes, and I got right back out as it moved. It's just amazing. It's a very hard market to really figure out. So there you go. It's really the Fed is intervening so heavily in the market that you just can't really, you just can't find direction. So basically, I'm just sitting there with the button and saying, okay, Fed dumps money, boom, buy Tesla. Stay in it for 10 minutes, sell it. That's kind of my trading strategy. It's not really a trading strategy. It's really kind of weird stuff. But again, it's just the kind of market we're in. It's just so interesting to see it. I've never really been in a market like this. Just for those that are interested, I have my 10-minute trade on Tesla up on the sheet. Basically, I entered it. I entered it at at 9:35, at 5:65, and literally 10 minutes later I sold it for 571, and then I just got out of the market altogether. I couldn't figure out what the direction was. So there you go. It's just bizarre. It's just bizarre that's the deal. But anyways, I have that up on the Periscope, so you can see that that trade I made, and that's an actual real trade that I made this morning, and it's very, very strange. It's just strange all the way. I just want to make sure that I'm putting it up there that my current position is all cash, because I can't figure this market out. I just really can't. So I'm just jumping in and jumping out. Yeah, I think the recession is still on too. I believe you. I mean, that's a good point that you're bringing up there with JP Morgan. I think it is. I think what they're trying to basically prevent was a depression, not a recession. But anyways, my position currently at this moment, which is 11:06 a.m., it's all cash. So I'm just waiting for something to happen to deploy it. I'm just jumping in and out, and I am not holding anything for 5 minutes. It's just amazing. I mean, there you go. It's a tough market. I've made good money on Tesla, made money on nothing else this week. So normally I have 2 or 3 good trades in a week, and I have some 5 or 6 losers. But this week it's just the strangest thing. Anyways, just wanted to give you a heads up on that. Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah. That's a great GUSH. GUSH is another one. Let me put that. For my people that are on Periscope here, GUSH this morning when I made up this billboard is selling at 22.19. Let's take a quick look at GUSH. I mean, this is a quick in and out too, because we have a situation where they actually might, and of course this is the come to an agreement on the oil. It's trading at 26.28, so it's up $4. Wow, that's incredible. So let me look at the trending on that. I think that's awesome that you made some money. Yeah, okay, it's trending down towards the low of its range. It looks like there. It looks like it's trying to find a price. It's just the weirdest thing. Weirdest thing. Yeah, GUSH is nuts. Absolutely. Wow. What do you think the market? Do you think I can't believe this is going to be a V-shaped recovery. If it is, man, I'm going to be eating some crow. I'm going to be eating some serious crow here if this is a V-shaped recovery. I don't think it's going to be. I can't see how that's going to be a V-shaped recovery. I just don't. I think the U-shape, what they're saying, the U-shape, that's probably the best. That's probably the best scenario. That we can see. Now, I on the site on Periscope, I've put up a chart of what they call the HYG, and this is really interesting. The Fed moved to support high-grade bonds today. It's just fascinating that they did this, because the high-grade bond market, this is junk bonds, and they're buying these things. I mean, literally, we're getting kind of like, I guess we're getting like Japan. We're going to buy everything. I mean, they're going to buy everything. I mean, that's sort of what happened, 20 years ago in Japan. They just bought everything. Everything went to the central bank. So maybe that's what we're doing. I don't know. It's very new territory for me. Anyways, the really interesting thing about this is it's jumped up to 82, the HYG. And why is the HYG interesting? Well, because it's a portfolio of these high-grade bonds. Well, it gapped up. It went from like 77 to 82, basically on that news. Just crazy. It basically went up to the 50-day moving average, which has been declining, obviously. So obviously that's programmatic traders that are just going in there and just going, wow, we're just going to do that. Opinion on Zoom. Here's the thing about Zoom. ZM, I I mean, I know everybody loves it. I don't think it's, yeah, okay, it's up today, 119. Wow, this is crazy trading. Because it was as high as 150. Yeah, the high on this was 164, and it was back on the 23rd of March. Wow. So it's moving higher. I can't figure this one out. Obviously, it's going to do well for next month. A lot of people are going to be doing Zooms. I do think, though, a lot of people are going to go to alternatives, such as there's a lot of alternatives out there that you can do on this. I think micro. Again, I keep bringing up Microsoft. I mean, it's probably a broken record here, but the thing about Microsoft is they actually have a secure platform, which is a good thing. Because you want to be secure when you're putting these things on, because people are jumping in and saying bad things and nasty words and the whole 9 yards. And it's but Zoom is super easy to use. That's the great thing about it. It's super easy to use. Doesn't have a lot of protections on it, but it's still really easy. It's still really easy to use. So that's a great thing that you have there. So it's so strange. WTI price level prediction. Wow, boy, I tell you, I think I should get a hat. Like, I don't know, you're probably too young for this, but I feel like Karnak the Magnificent here. I should just get a crystal ball here. I think it's going to go up. I really do. I think the WTI is going to go up. I think they're going to come to an agreement. I'm hoping they're going to come to an agreement this weekend, because I personally have a stake in this, and it's not in a company. It's actually in mineral rights. I just don't know. I just don't. I think there's got to be a firming of it. Here's the problem that you have with crude right now. There is tons of crude out there. It's just everywhere. I mean, Cushing, Oklahoma, which is basically where they store all this stuff in the United States. You wouldn't know that, but that's the place. It doesn't have any capacity, hardly. I mean, this is incredible. I do think it's I do think Trump is smart in going in and possibly buying crude at this level, because I don't think we'll see it ever again. But what's so weird? It's such a strange thing. Is Air Canada a good buy? No. I just hate the airlines. I love Canada. I got lots of friends up there. It's a wonderful place, great place to vacation. Unfortunately, this coronavirus, you can't even vacation there. So sad. Air Canada, no, not so much. I just don't think that we're going to return to flying here. At least not for 6 months. I would wait for that thing to bottom. I mean, if you're going to buy it long, as a short, it might be a good short actually, but I wouldn't buy it long. I would not be at long. Do you think we'll see an increase in? Yeah, well, absolutely. We won't see the inflation until the end of the year, but literally they've been flying B-52s over the country, throwing cash out the window. Now it's important that they do that, because I think if you don't do that, I wasn't around in the Great Depression, obviously, but during the Great Depression, that's the problem, is they tightened. And that was the absolute mistake that they made. They tightened, and it was such that they didn't. It was a very bad deal for everyone. So, and it really partially caused the depression. That's one of the reasons why FDR was elected. But this time they've been very loose. We're going to be paying for this for a while. So, on the flip side of this, start putting gold on your start putting gold on your watch list. I wouldn't buy it right now, because we're currently in a liquidity crisis based on this coronavirus. And basically what's happening is that there's a lot of liquidity problems. That's why they're going in and they're supporting these asset prices. They're supporting the asset prices on every class of the only thing that they're not buying directly, that as far as I can tell right now, the only thing that they're not buying directly is individual stocks. Everything else they're buying. They're even buying ETFs. So go figure. So this has got to end, and it probably is not going to end well. So by the end of the year, I'm looking at much of an increase of inflation, but it'll be weird inflation. I think I don't think it's going to be for the average person because, frankly, the average person doesn't have any savings, doesn't have any assets, actually has negative assets. As a matter of fact, they're even talking about potentially having multiple stimulus checks go out just because of the fact that, people are so on the edge. They just don't have any savings and, they don't have any way to make money except for the jobs. And a lot of people, unfortunately, are unemployed. I mean, it's just a weird deal. So I think that we got to look for that inflation towards the end of the year. Absolutely. Top three, oil. Well, I haven't really this morning. What I did is I went in and I looked at sort of kind of where I wanted to be in the market, and I basically pulled up three stocks of the day. Okay, and this is something that I think will do well in this current environment, regardless. And the first is a company called Vertex Pharmaceuticals. It's currently it's an expensive stock. It's $255. It is on the IBD list. It has seen very, very good growth. It's got almost a perfect cup, which is a chart pattern. It's a very, very bullish pattern. It's moved above its 50-day moving average, and there's a buy point on it at 249.95. It's a 99 out of 99, and it's in the fourth highest industry group in terms of its performance. So I think it's very high relative strength on very high. I think it's got a lot of good stuff. It's up $16.99 today, which is amazing. Now, I don't know if this run is over with, but I think it may retrace a little bit. But we have a situation here that is called VRTX, where it may move higher. It's got a cup. It may form a handle. I'd wait on this one. I'd watch this one. Wait until it forms a handle, depending on how the regular market does. And I think that this one may be a super duper winner. But you never know. You can always tell. Okay, let's see. How do traders finish off this day? Okay, I'm not sure that. Well, I don't know how they're going to finish off this day. I think what's going to happen is a lot of traders are going to do what I do the other day. They're going to come in. They're going to try to make a quick hits, and then they're going to move out to all cash. That's what I did today so far. I'm surprised at FedPal. Wait a minute. Let me put my glass. I'm sorry about this, but I happen to read a little tiny screen, and my eyes are not as good. Rebound soon after Corona's down, and they're pumping. Yeah, they're going to just pump. They're just going to pump like crazy. Look at that. Carnival Cart, $0.5 billion cash on hand. 23 exactly. I mean, the problem. I mean, Carnival Cruises is it's the class act when it comes to cruise lines. But how many people can cruise? I mean, people aren't going to be worried more about their jobs rather than cruising right now. I mean, at least for the near term future. This is why even though the airlines eventually will come back. Absolutely. I would buy airlines over the cruise ships because with airlines, it's mandatory. People are going to travel again on the airlines, but cruise ships, well, that's discretionary. I don't think it's going to be. I don't like it. Just my opinion. Say bye to efficient markets. Boy, that's true. Wow, that is a great Toto Sport info. That's really, really good. Absolutely. I don't see this as being an efficient market. I don't really see it as being a market. I think anytime there's weakness, they just pull up the truck and they just dump cash. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. Cruise lines are dead I think they're dead for a while. I don't think they're dead forever. Don't get me wrong. I'm a trader. I'm not, I guess I'm not really an investor. I invest short term. I'm like, well, what's looking good right now? Cruise lines, not so much. Now, when the economy gets back to normal next year, cruises are incredibly great things. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been on one, but they're great because You just go and, like, for me, I go down to Galveston, get on the ship, we go to the Caribbean, go to all these excellent places, excellent food. Don't even have to, don't even have to do anything. It's really a great vacation. But the thing is, I don't think for right now. Yeah, I've never seen anything like this in my life. Now, mind you, I've really been in the market really only since the late 80s. I mean, I was there in the 87 crash. I started when the 87 crash happened. That was kind of when I started the market. I have never seen anything like that. I've never seen the intervention of these levels. So it's just a hard market to figure, at least for me. Federal agents like to, yeah, they absolutely are buying junk bonds. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you can see it, but I have it up on my Periscope right now. I'm pulling to that slide. It's called the HYG, and the HYG is essentially the junk bond ETF, and it just moved. It rocketed. I mean, it went up 6% this morning, basically on almost 300% volume increase. Why? Because the Fed is going to buy junk bonds. Junk bonds. Can you believe that? Wow. I've never seen them buy junk bonds. I mean, because these aren't investment grade bonds. These are the bonds. These are like, I don't know if you remember Michael Milken, but these are the kind of, these are Michael Milken type bonds, where he used to have bonds, for the casinos, and that's how they would, that's how they would operate. They were casino bonds essentially. So it is just bizarre. I have that up on the feed right now to Periscope, but I just want to show you, it's just incredible. Look at this chart. I mean, this chart is very interesting. It goes down and then it goes up and then it goes way up. So this is a completely artificial price on the HYG. If the market were normally working, we wouldn't see this. We wouldn't see this on the HYG. We just wouldn't see it. It would be, it would be basically going down, because nobody wants these junk bonds when there's a crisis happening. But hey, that's how it is. That's how it is. Interesting. Yeah. Lost huge short. Sure. Oh man, I am so sorry about that. I had to close all my shorts yesterday. I was short. I've been trying to reshort the market literally all week, and every time I put my toe in, I get it bit off. So, and it's not because the technicals are not right. The technicals are right for shorting, absolutely right. But basically, what the Fed is they don't like us short guys. They don't like short guys. I mean, it's remember that Randy Newman song, Short People? Well, they don't like short people very much right now. So they're coming in with this cash, supporting the market and chasing the shorts out the door. And I was one of them. So I had to make money just day trading Tesla. There you go. So I'm sorry to hear that. Always when you're shorting, this is something that you learn, unfortunately, by getting your hands burned a few times. And even with this, I get my hands burned. Set your stops incredibly tight. I normally use a 5% top stop loss to the upside when I'm shorting. In this market, look about 2 or 3% because these can whip back massively. Now, that said, when there's a short cover, you can make a ton of money by going long. So there's two heads of this, two heads of it. Heads up soon. I'm going to go to switch to calls. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. I think that's a smart idea. I think calls, if you're buying calls long, that's not a bad strategy. Now, before this market got so crazy, I made most of my income selling calls. This is not, when this market starts dumping, you might want to start looking at buying calls. I don't normally say this because here's the thing about calls, tip and options in general. If you're on the buying side of options, typically you're going to lose money about 70% of the time. That's just an average. But this is such a weird market that, buying calls actually, when the market starts to peter out, this might prove to be a very good strategy. And I'm definitely going to consider it. When when I think the market direction is going to change. I just cannot get a handle. Every time I think I know what the market direction is going to be and I get ready, I look at the overnights and I go, wow, I'm wrong. I'm totally wrong. I'm just going to have to rebalance and just change my position. That's why I'm all in cash, and that's why I just move very quickly. Dow volume is 260 now at 11:30. Wow, Texas time. Does it indicate shorting or computer trading? Yeah, I think so. I think so. The Dow. Let me look at the diamond. The reason I look at this ETF, it's called the diamond. It's DIA is the symbol on it. Okay, it's up. It's up strong. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I just wouldn't be short right now. Not today. Not today. You don't want to be short anything. You just don't want to be short anything right now. You want to be long. There is one way possibly to play it. Let me look at the TQQQ. I like this one, though. Interestingly enough, the one sector that's been kind of weak this morning has been tech. Okay, it's down. It's so weird. Oh goodness. Let me look at the SQQQ. SQQQ. All right. Well, the SQQQ is up. Okay. Well, all right. That might be a directional play today. That is so weird. SQQQ. It's at 15 right now. Let me see how it's trading. See if there's any way to make some money in it. Yeah, it's trading up. Okay. We may have bottomed for the day. I don't know. Yeah, the SQQQ is trading up. So, wow, that is weird. The SQQQ typically goes against the general market. And the market is essentially up, but the SQQQ is up too. That's weird. That's all I can say is that is a weird situation. Anyways, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you some long-term leaders this is on Periscope. Sorry to keep everyone that's on TikTok. I'm sorry to keep going back that, but REK is on the watch list. 30-day low right now. REK. Let me look at REK. That's an interesting one. REK. Let me just see how that's trading. It's trading down. Yeah, 1328. 1328 is the number that I have on it. It's trading down from 14. It started the day at 14. It's down. It's down about looks like about 6% on the day. Boy, I think it may be going lower. Yeah, real estate. Yeah, well, that would make sense. That one would make sense because real estate. Let's just be blunt about it. Real estate is going to do horribly because people aren't paying their bills. So I don't see real estate doing so hot. I just don't. Let me look at the long-term leaders here. These are the stocks that the funds are buying, and I just wanted to go over that really quickly. RTX. RTX. And that is okay. That's Tesmate in gold. Weird. Okay. Well, wow. It's trading at 51 cents. This is a penny stock. So it was a high of $12. No, this is really a penny. You know what? I think that there's better ways to play this. I think you're better off me in GLD, which is a mutual fund. I'm not a mutual fund, an ETF for gold. If you're going to play the gold, I don't just these junior market. There are ETFs that cover these junior companies. Be careful because I know it would seem totally obvious that gold would be the play, but it isn't because right now we're in a deflationary part of the market. Will that change? Probably. Probably with all this money coming into the market, it probably is going to change. So I don't know. I don't think you want to go. I don't think you don't want to go long there. Oh, Raytheon. Oh yeah, Raytheon is because Raytheon is and United Technologies are merging. So by the way, in sake of full disclosure, I once worked for Raytheon as a tax guy. Can you believe that? I actually worked there, and it's a great company. They're really good to their employees, and if you have a chance to work at a company like that, take it because it's a great experience. But and it will do well because typically they're the king of the missile business. If you want a missile and you're a government, that's who you buy from. So isn't REK should, I don't think it is. REK, let me look at REK, but I don't think it's an inverse. Let me just check. REK. And maybe I gave you the wrong information there because I do that all the time. No, it's a short real estate. Yeah, it is an inverse. It is an inverse. Oh, okay. I know. I know why it's down today. That makes sense. The Fed came in and they went into the junk bond market huge, and they are going to support the mortgage market huge. That's why it's down, because it runs inverse to the to the real estate REITs. This is support for the REITs. That's why it's down. So that makes sense. That does make sense. That makes sense. I'm having trouble getting around all this pumping that is going on in the market, but it is big, and that's the way it is. Now, I kind of want to go through stocks that the funds are buying right now. By the way, this is up on the Periscope broadcast that I'm doing simultaneously here, and ones that I want to kind of highlight here. Most of these are sort of drug stocks. Novo Nordisk, which is they make the insulin, they're probably one of the biggest, and Lilly. But Novo Nordisk NVO is up very, very nicely. It's 60.19 is the share on it. If you want to put some money to work, which again, I'm all in cash, so I'm not even putting money to work right now, believe it or not. If you want to put some money to work, this is one that isn't a bad one. Another one that I think is strong, but it's in a consolidation pattern, is Lilly, LLY, also very good as well. And I have that up on the screen as well. Do you think it'll climb to before it tanks again? Wow, that's a good question. Yeah, I think with all this intervention into the market, the spider could go up over 300. And that would be incredible because the market is definitely not there for it. Yeah, I think it could. The high on the spider, let me just give you that. In late February, when this market started to tank, the high for the spider was 339. Okay, so maybe they will put enough money into it where it will get back to 310. I do absolutely not see how it can not reverse when it gets to that level. I just wouldn't be a short right now because it's dangerous. There's so much money coming into the market. Not a time to be short until we know what's happening. Mark it up. Maybe, yeah, I think so. The problem here, and I want to warn everyone out there, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get people to jump into the market and buy the stock, buy anything, buy any assets to support the prices of these assets. I think that's a fool's errand right now, because I do believe that there is going to be a washout, and it's going to be bad. And I think a lot of people that are getting it in right now, long, are going to lose. That's just my opinion. What is the side effect of the Fed? Well, I tell you what, long. This is a really good question. For all you out there, Long Nguyen is a trader in Southern California, and basically he's asking a really good question. And the question is, we're putting all this money into the market. What's the effect of it? Well, the effect of it is we're going to have a lot of inflation, but not right now. We're going to support all these asset prices, but some of them are going to fall, but not right now. So right now, I think, don't be, it's like a siren song. People are saying, oh, the market is going up. I want to jump in. I want to get in on this, boy, be really careful. I mean, if you're going to get in short, get it. I mean, get in for a very short period of time. Day trade it. Don't go long, because when this all shakes out, they're going to start dropping like flies, and you're going to lose, and you're going to lose. So just be really, really, really careful. Thanks for the handle forms. Yeah, absolutely. This is a really interesting one. Bobby, I just want Bobby on the Talk is he's a great guy and a contributor every day. There's an interesting stock. It's Vertex Pharmaceutical. It's kind of expensive at $255.30, but it is going to have a cup and handle, and it's going to break out. There is a buy point on it of $249.95. It's got a perfect composite rating, and that's very, very rare. And the relative strength is extremely good. It's just, I think it's going to be a winner, and I don't think it's going to be affected, quite frankly, by this downturn. I think the pharma companies, this is where everyone's going to go hide. And I think you're going to see a lot of people hiding in there. I don't see them. I see them very strong, at least in the near future. Now, that said, I've got 3 sector leaders. And the first of this, I'm going to tell you, I don't believe this. But then again, I did not jump in on this stock. People have made a ton of money on it. I still don't understand it. I asked my girlfriend, why is this so? And she just looks at me like I'm crazy. But Lululemon is number one in the number one sector, which I find this amazing. It's up $1.87 today. It's a 79.11, and it has got better than average volume. Lululemon, who would have thought? I'm not in the stock. I am literally not in it. But you know what? The mutual funds are buying this one for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. I guess yoga pants. Yoga pants are nice. I mean, I like looking at yoga pants. Yeah. Oh, it's the customer service. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. See, I don't understand this. I mean, I keep asking my girlfriend, well, what is this Lululemon? Why does people like it so much? And that's got to be it. It must be great. I mean, I must admit the yoga pants on the right person, right woman, it looks really nice, but it's an odd business. The other one, now this is more my speed kind of company, and that's ServiceNow. ServiceNow is being acquired significantly. The symbol on that is NOW on that. And again, I'm showing this on my Periscope feed if you're interested in seeing this, and you can go back later and take a look. Short ideas, smart idea to be at over 70. Yes, I think it is. I really believe it. I'm 100% in cash as of this morning. I was very briefly in Tesla. I was in Tesla for 10 minutes. And I made some great money, but I jumped right back out because I just didn't like the way it was going. It was moving very nicely, and then it reversed, and I was like, "Boop, I'm out." So be in cash. There's going to be some deals. What is the Dow code for you? Compared stocks? Good question. Good question. I don't know, but I think yoga pants are exclusively Lululemon, which is LULU, which is just interesting. Let me look at the action on it right now. Yeah, it's up. Can you believe it? Wow. $205 $3 a share for yoga pants. This market is just insane. This is absolutely insane. I can't believe it. Well, anyways, no. I'm not dissing. I'm not dissing yoga pants. I think that, man, maybe they know something I don't know. I mean, they must know something I don't know because yoga pants, a stock that sells yoga pants for $203. I mean, we've got to have lost our minds. Basically, I don't know. Maybe we've lost our minds. But anyways, that's interesting. 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 It's a very strange market. I just can't get any direction on it. Yeah, I would. Yeah, really. I think this is a good one. This might be a long-term situation, or it might not be. I think the latter is crazy. I don't see how Lululemon can survive in an environment where 1/3 of the people don't have jobs. I just don't see it. I think it's a short, but I'm not in it yet, so it probably is a short. Okay, I don't think so. So okay, well, it's a solid company. Okay, I I have to say, XOP. I love the XOP. This is the spider for the petroleum. This is a good way to play the firming of the yeah, and it definitely firmed today. Yeah, definitely. Look at that, 43. Nice. This might be the best way to play the agreement between Saudi Arabia and yes, this might be the best way to play it. I think you might want to own this one up to about 50. Looking at the chart, I don't have the chart on there on Periscope, but I'm just looking at my other chart here, and I think that I think that one might be the way to go. Boy, I wouldn't go in with a full position though on the XOP. I just wouldn't. Half a position maximum, and we'll see what happens after this weekend. If there's an agreement by the Saudis, this thing will go up. There's no question about it. If not, I don't think it can go. Yeah, it can actually. It was down to 29. It could go lower, but I don't see it. It's trending up. If there's an agreement on oil, the XOP probably will do well. I think so. It's probably time to buy that. I'm going to put that on my watch list. I'm going to do a little bit more research for Monday on the XOP. I'm probably not going to go in it. If I do, I will definitely tell you if I do. By the way, for GUSH, hey man, GUSH, trading the oils, that's actually a good strategy, I think, right now, because that's the one area that has been so beaten down. Yeah, look at that, nice. I'm looking at this level 2 action on it. The bid ask is about 27 right now. And it looks like it's trading fairly well over all the exchanges. So, that is really interesting. That is really interesting. Let me look at the chart again over a longer period of time, and that should give us an idea. Yeah, I definitely see lots of volume. Yeah, I see lots of volume. So this is a good sign. This is a good sign. It looks as if the direction is right. It looks as if the volume is right. So this is definitely one you want to put on your list. GUSH, GUSH. Thank you so much for bringing that up. I appreciate it. Let's see. Once Russia slows down pumping, I think so. Yeah. I mean that makes total sense. What you're saying. What you're saying is, I believe it will be over $40 a barrel, because that's a great price for oil, for a barrel of oil. That's a great deal. I think that we could easily support that price. I think that the thing is they got to get Russia to turn off the spigot, because they can. Russia does not care what the price is. They're willing to punish the producers in the Permian if they can. Now, Saudi Arabia is the key to this. If Saudi Arabia agrees to cuts, and I think they're going to have to support the price, it easily can go to 40, and GUSH would be would do tremendously well on that kind of play. So that's definitely something to look at. Excellent. What do you think about COG? Cabot. Cabot. I just don't like these smaller players. This is just too tough a market. Let me just Cabot Oil and Gas, for everybody that doesn't know, is an E&P company. That's exploration and petroleum, exploration and production company. It's a good company, but it's moving lower today. This might be a short, actually. Okay, yeah, I think this is a short. It very much depends on what the price of West Texas Intermediate is. Even if they make an agreement between the Saudis and the Russians on this oil thing, I don't think this one's going to do well. And the reason I don't is because there's just too much capacity in the system, and they're bleeding cash. And it definitely shows it in the chart move in the action today. It's down. It's traded down all the way from 37.56. Well, so it's only down about. It's down a little over $1 a share, but that's significant in its price range. It's down about 4%. It should be up today. So no, I would steer clear of that one. Steer clear of that one. But it's really. Okay, do you think it's a good time to buy it? GUSH? You know what? It might be. I wouldn't buy it today. Let's take a look. Let's watch list that one. Let's watch list GUSH and see what it does on Monday. If it's positive on Monday, then I believe that we can possibly look at possibly starting with a half to a full position, and that might be a really good way to go. I don't know. The thing, oil's a really tough commodity. I mean, if we had regular market forces here, without all this intervention, I would say, man, just so cheap. But there's just so much weirdness in the market right now with the Fed pumping all this cash into the system. Now, here's the thing. With all this cash in the system, this is just a theory that I have. Oil is typically sold on the world market for cash. If there's a lot of cash in the market, we should see oil prices go up because there's going to be more cash to acquire them, to acquire oil. So the pumping, the inflation, they're trying to produce inflation here. That is going to translate into higher oil prices, even if the productions don't do it. So I do think that we are going to see oil move higher. I can't see how we don't. So I think it may go up very big next week. I don't know if it'll go up, but I think it could go up. It could go up $2 or $3 the next week easily, with all this capital, with all this cash coming into the system. Also, oil and gold tend to trade in tandem. Well, they used to. I don't really trade in tandem now. I'd be watching the price of gold. Let me look here quickly. To get an idea on the gold market, I like to go to the gold spider, which is a symbol GLD, and see how it's doing. Okay, it's doing very, very well. Okay, yeah, I think oil probably will go higher. Absolutely, absolutely. Because here's the thing, and I just wanted to kind of present this to my eyes. Gold and oil tend to move somewhat in tandem. Okay, so if gold is up, typically you'll see pressure. You'll see pressure on gold. On oil to go higher. It looks as if the spider for gold, GLD, is trading higher today, significantly too. By the way, it's 158. It started the day at 156. And it looks like it's coming out. Its high. That's really interesting. Its high was 159. This might also be. You might want to put this on your watch list. GLD. This one may break out. It may break out. XOM is a good. Yeah. XOM is, for everybody XOM is ExxonMobil. It is a quality company. Absolutely quality company, no matter what. It's a quality company. I think it's a very good long-term hold. I've sort of been playing with it. I have watch listed this one. I am not in it currently, so I just want to be clear on that. But I think at $33, it's a deal, because this thing should be trading in a normal market about 74. It should be trading about 74. So, you might be able to do well on that. With shorting, okay. Shorting SPY a good idea? I think it is a good idea, but don't short it now, because we haven't seen. We've just had the B-52s fly over the country and dump pallets of cash on the country. So right now, everybody is going to have a sugar high, and I don't think it's time to short the spider until we see some weakness. Now, I was looking at a key level of 275 for it to reverse. Based on what I've heard today, I'm not so sure. It may actually go to 285, 295, but I do think it's going to retrace, and I do think it's going to turn, and I do think, yeah, it's 280 right now. Wow, it is gapped up. Isn't that incredible? That is incredible. It shouldn't be doing this, by the way. Yeah, it's gapped up. It's definitely gapped up. This is where I originally went short on it too. Interesting. I'm just looking at my chart here. I went short on the spider. Now I've closed that position, but I went short on the spider on 320 on March 23rd at 280. That's where I went. That's where I went short. So I think if it moves above that, I think we might see a potential retracement. And if we do, it's going to be a great way to make money. See, all the Fed money has already been pumped. Why would gold moon now? Well, the reason I think it's not going to moon now, but it's totally on speculation. The reason why I'm thinking gold may go up is because with all this cash in the system, there's going to be fear. It's not valid right now because we're in a deflationary period. But after we come out of this, there's going to be a lot of inflation because that money, that cash, has to go somewhere, and it's not going to go into. Unfortunately, it's not going to go into the hands of a lot of people, though they're trying to do that with the guaranteed payments. It's going to go into assets, and it's going to create another asset bubble. It's going to reinflate the stock market. When that happens, the value of cash will go down, and when cash tends to go down, gold tends to go up. So that's what I think, and I think the speculators are going to look at it like that. But it's a tough one because right now we're in a deflationary period. So it's I'm just saying, look at gold, watch list gold. The reason I'm watch listing GLD is because I'm looking at it the way it trades in tandem typically with oil. And I do believe oil is going to firm, and I do believe it's going to go up. And they do pay for gold. The world pays for oil in cash, and that cash is US dollars. What are your thoughts on 5G? Wow, good question. Wow, great question. 5G is going to be it is literally the seminal technology of our time. I mean, I don't think I can underestimate what 5G is going to do. 5G is going to be huge. Now, who's going to benefit from 5G? Well, I think that you would normally think, wow, the people that are going to most benefit from 5G are going to be the providers like AT&T and Verizon, and they're going to definitely do well. But the people that are going to really benefit are the chip makers, the ones that make the chipsets for 5G. And there are a few of them that are interesting. One of them is, I think it's, what is the name of sorry, I'm going to have to post this for tomorrow, but that's where I think you want to be. The 5G chip makers are going to be a big place. There's also going to be, I think, I'm fairly bullish on MU as well. That is Micron Technologies. Let me see how it's trading right now. I'm not in it currently. Again, I'm all in cash, which is, it's a weird thing to be all in cash, but I am. Okay, it's down a little bit today, 48, but it's still regained. It's got a cup and handle. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, this one is probably going to do, if the market stabilizes, and this is a big if the market stabilizes, I think that the demand for memory is going to be off the chain. I really do, because I see it going into literally everything. I see it going into all the 5G devices that are going to be out there. I just see tremendous demand for memory, and that's what Micron MU makes. They make memory. So, yeah, interesting. TMUS will be the leader in 5G. Let me look. What is it? TMUS. That's Oh, T-Mobile. Okay, yeah. Yeah, actually, that's a really good call. Yeah, definitely watch list this one. TMUS. Okay, T-Mobile, of course, as you know, has merged with Sprint, and guess what? They're going to be the ones that have the first all 5G network, and I think they could take absolute market share from Verizon and AT&T. I think so. I think that's a really, really good call. I like that one. I really, really, really like that one. When 5G rolls out there, literally everything is going to be using it. I mean, it's going to be huge. And everyone knows it. And that's why everyone's trying to position to be in 5G now, because 5G is going to be the way that not only we communicate with the network, but devices can communicate with each other. So yeah, I think so. I think so. Cuban. Okay. I don't think they are really factoring in what they're going to. I don't think so either. I agree. I agree. Actually, I normally don't agree with Mark Cuban, even though he does live here in Dallas. I think he is right, though, in this case. I do not think people are factoring. I think people are just trading, going almost day to day here. They are not figuring what's going to happen. I think with all this money coming into the system, it's going to artificially inflate assets like you read about. And then when the sugar high wears off, it is going to be one of the greatest shorting opportunities for individual stocks that I've ever seen in my lifetime. And that's where I'm going to be concentrating my effort here on Dallas Trading Floor, is to try to show some good potential shorts, because I think that there's a lot of money to be made in that, but it's not now. I'm not short the market. And the reason I'm not short the market is because the Fed is basically pumping it, and there's no way that you can fight City Hall. And City Hall is speaking right now with lots and lots of cash. I so disagree. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Hello from Austin. Hey man, thanks. Recommenders for learning. Oh, okay. If you want to learn trading, when will the next like Bobby is? Yeah, I think we may bottom. My key level before this thing happened today. My key level on the spider was 275. Okay, the spider is trading for 280 right now. I don't see how it can go much higher than this. But we've had record levels of pump. We've had record levels. There has been nothing like this that I've ever seen in my lifetime. So I believe that once that pumping stops, now, when is going to be the time? When is this going to go down? I think it's going to go. I think we're going to start to see the market retrace when everybody goes back to work from this virus. I believe they're going to have to reopen the market, the United States market up by the end of April. By the beginning of May, I think we may see the spider move very much down, because everything will be factored in at that point. But from then until now, it's a day-to-day thing. It's a day-to-day thing. I just can't tell you exactly the day. Why is Qualcomm struggling compared to its peers? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't have a good reason that Qualcomm's an excellent company. There is a company. There are some companies though that have a little bit better technology than them. It's it's Cuvo. I think that's the name of it. Let me check. Let me see if I can give you some 5G some 5G info, because this is a real interesting area. Let me look at it really quick here. All right. While I'm doing that, I'll take another question. Let's see. Next week, earnings will start. Yeah. Okay. This is probably when we're going to see the turn. Yeah, we're going to see some really bad earnings. Now, a lot has been factored in here, but we're not there yet. We're just not there yet. We're going to see some really bad earnings. The key earnings to look at coming up, I want to see what GE's earnings are going to be, because I think that if they're as bad as I think they may be, if they're bad as I think they may be, we might see the market move lower on the spider. Up to since $7. Wow, $7 for GE. Can you believe that? Okay. So, what about cloud computing technology? Absolutely. The stocks I really like are cloud oriented. I really, of course, I like Microsoft. I mean, I think that, even though everybody owns it, all that stuff, I just don't see how you can do much better than Microsoft in this environment. Everybody's going virtual. They've got Microsoft Teams. It's better. It's more secure than Zoom. It's just they're in a subscription model. Boy, I just can't see how. I don't see how they're going to go down. Well, no, don't say that. They're up 25 cents a day, 165. Boy, you know what? They just moved to support. Microsoft just moved to support on the 50-day moving average. That's very, very interesting, and both days are up, and they're up pretty convincingly. An interesting play here would be to buy Microsoft and then sell the call, sell the 170, 175 call. That's probably how I would play it. But yeah, that's still the best. Don't say that. I have a long call. Oh, okay. Wow. I'm sorry about that. I think they're going to hold up. I think Microsoft is going to hold up, though. That's just my opinion. Just recently, apparently, team. Oh yeah, absolutely. For those who don't know, this is a stock that I've loved. I've made some serious money on this one. This is called Atlassian. It's an Australian company, and they basically have Microsoft. They have development software. Team is an excellent cloud play. It is one of the top companies. I want to see how it's trading. I've done very well on Team. This might be, if you're going to go long, and again, I am all in cash right. Yeah, this is 99. Yeah, number one in the group. Number one in the first group. Boy, you can't get better than this. It's down a little bit today at 136. It looks like it's a little bit below the 50-day moving average, but this is a cup and handle. This is a quality stock. Yeah, this is definitely one that you want to be in. It's down seriously today. It's down $3, but this is a winner. This is a winner. The way you probably want to play this one, if you're going to play it long, is to buy 100 shares of the stock and then sell a call option out. I would look at the 140 call. Let me see what that's trading at right now, just so I can give you that number. And let me see that 140. I loved. This is one of my favorite ways of playing a stock long, is to buy the underlying stock and then sell a call out about 40 to 45 days, because I have found over the years that this is one of the most profitable trades that you can generally make on a regular basis if you're not trading, just totally day trading. So let me see here. Okay, April 24th. Let me see if there's a May call on this one. Hold on. All right, yeah, there we go. Okay, there's a May. Yeah, that's a sweet deal. I would buy this stock at market right now at 136, and I would sell the 142 April 24th call. It's paying $5.96. That's a very good premium. That's a good way to play this one. it gives you downside protection if you're going to go long. So that gives you a good way. What stock are you talking about? I'm talking about a company called Atlassian. Okay, Atlassian. The symbol on it is TEAM, TEAM, TEAM. It is one of the strongest stocks out there if you're going to go long. Now, I am currently, all in cash. Just to be totally upfront here. I am totally all in cash right now. I am not long anything right now. I was long briefly today. I was long briefly today on Tesla for 10 minutes. That's all I was long on it. Now I did very well. I made $629.50. My trade, by the way, the recap of this trade is up on Periscope, pscp.tv/Dallas Trading Floor. I have it up so you can see what I'm talking about here. I can't show it to you on TikTok, unfortunately. So yeah, but anyways, the stock that we're talking about here is Team. It is a quality stock. It is a cloud. They have a product that allows diverse teams of software developers to create software basically round the clock. It's a great company, and it's a great stock. And that's on. If I was going to play it, I would play it, and I may do this depending on how we come in next week. I may come into the stock next week and buy it. Right now, it's selling for 136.11, and the option, the 142 April 24th call. That's what I would sell. I would buy this underlying stock, 100 shares, and then sell the call on that. The call is bringing $5.96, which is an excellent yield. That's almost that's not only on, that's about almost a 5% yield on just on the premium. And then if you're called out, you're going to make about 10% on that trade for 40 days. For less than 40 days. That's a good trade, a long trade right there. Oh, I lost. Oh, sorry to hear that. I got it. Very, very good. By the way, this is a really good thing. If you're in a losing position on a day like today, don't wait for it to turn, because you just get out. Just get out. Do you think the Dow will go the Dow will go down to 15? You mean 1,500 on the Dow? I don't think so. I think that the Dow is going to reverse, but I don't think it's going to reverse. I don't think it's going to reverse until we go back to work here, which is going to happen basically in May. So really, right now, it's so hard to judge this market because we're really basically out until we're basically really out until May. I mean, we're just out of the market. Well, it's been an hour, and I really appreciate everybody here that's logged on. I really enjoy doing this. This is a very fun part of my day. And please, if you see the charts, if you want to see them when I simulcast, I'm on Periscope, and I'm also on YouTube, but it's easier to get to the one on Periscope. It has a recap of everything in all my charts, so you might want to take a look at that, and that's pscp.tv/Dallas Trading Floor, all one word. Or if you want to look at it on YouTube, you have to type youtube.com, and then you type in 3 words Dallas Trading Floor, and that gives you all the episodes that I've created so far. And this is and then you can click on that and see kind of the whole show. But so appreciate everybody here. You're just you make it fun, because you give me some really good trading ideas, and hopefully we can all make some money together. That's what I'm really hoping, is that we get through this patch, because there's as they say, there's always some place in the market to make money, always. And I just thank you for taking a look, and tell your friends about it. TikTok, YouTube, Periscope, Love to see you. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, no, I won't see you tomorrow because of Good Friday. Sorry about that. I'll see you on Monday. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye. And everybody on Periscope and on YouTube, loved having you here. If this is the first time, please like and subscribe to me. I really, really appreciate that. This is Dallas Trading Floor number 23. And I hope to see you back. I'm going to be on again on Monday, 11 o'clock Central Daylight Time. And also, I'm always taking questions if you're interested at DallasTradingFloor.com, all one word, or on TikTok. It's TikTok.com/TikTok.com at JKMALONE. That's my handle on TikTok, and I'm going to show you that right now. It's TikTok.com/@JKMalone. I hope to see you soon. Hope to see you on Monday. Good trading. Stay safe. Make sure that you're not you're not getting the virus. Be really careful. So hope to see everybody on Monday. God bless.